If you're looking to buy cheap Rocket League items, be sure to check out today's sponsor, RL.Exchange. They support all platforms and offer a wide selection of Rocket League items to choose from. They have multiple payment options and fast delivery. Use code RLH at checkout for a 3% discount on your entire purchase.
Retain possession at the moment.
Jorginho turned away from that one. I was wondering if he'd get a bump or two, take a leaf out of a toes book. Instead, the only player he bumped was his teammate, and here is that. So he gets the flip reset. It's underneath almost Brad. He can only get it to Oski, and it's 1-1.
Brad really tied up in a nasty spot here on the backboard. He should really dismount probably a little bit earlier, but what if his teammate won the ball to the corner? He might have had to
well and truly in this overtime, though.
Well broken up, and unfortunately, Jorginho just missing that corner boost. Ended up going to his teammate, though. Maybe something here. It's wide open. Drops will convert 2-1. Game 1 to Crew.
They had to battle. They had to take some bumps and bruises. Atto was trying to tilt them off the planet, but it wasn't happening. And in the end,
Props, you need a second touch here, and he will find a double tap and force Liquid to reassess the situation.
You just know as well that Liquid would love to score a dribble play against Crew. Short set style, but here we have in the air, it drops to it, falls to, and it's 1-1 now.
Absolutely froze the defender here. Really committed on this potential double tap from Brad. A Chronic staring all the way at him, and he said, oh boy, this is going to be a heck of a...
trying to do too much. Oski's there, Team Liquid still behind in this series in game 2. Jorginho almost past one. Brad has to scamper backwards, does just in time. 30 seconds left.
Another one!
Right though, it's Oski and it's in the top left.
Oh, Brad, you keep this tight one out and you go, hang on, I need a little bit of help here, but his one teammate goes for boost, but Oski, what can you say?
Leaves Brad to the ball because he knows that Atto's coming in. Atto to the backboard. Team Liquid still on the attack. Crew need to turn this one around. They need to get possession of the ball. But there's one demo, and then for fun, a Chronic flip reset.
And Crew, they actually took a big risk here. They went forward. You can see as soon as, I believe it was Jorginho, as soon as he landed there in the midfield, immediately trying to shove through that Liquid midfield.
For the ball. Here's another example. Air dribbling from one side to the next. As we go to game 3, Crew will be relatively pleased of how this opening couple of games have started. Can they convert it? Can they keep it going? Yes, they can, with drops finding those.
Now that is a nasty bit of pass and shoot. Brad just takes the open space, lifts it out to Jorginho, and drops. Oh, man, he's showing Oski.
That one home. It wasn't clean. It wasn't beautiful in the end. But it was more than enough to get Team Liquid on the board in game number 3. Now look at the space that Chronic's got. Oski, he gets onto the back. Crew Esports, they're defending. It's leaving so many gaps, and Team Liquid are charging through them.
Straight off the kickoff, it's just a straight draw into the back right corner, and Crew just decided, well, but they've got the time to recover.
Yeah, Crew at the moment, they've got all the possession right now in territory. It's been a couple of minutes, they'll be enjoying this, but Team Liquid, they get it right back again, and it's a Chronic taking to the stars, getting it over Brad. Flip resetting to the stratosphere.
Huge shot from a Chronic, little bit of space to work with, finally uncontested through the midfield, and it was just sizing up the timing, and Brad, try as he might, he knows Brad to cover all that open space so we can't take a quality 50, and then once again, Crew just shoved back into their own corner, and Liquid saying, good luck, get it by us if you can.
Oh, I think they might be about to get it past Crew. A Chronic, the double tap, threads the needle.
Just a little bit of space, rips it off Jorginho, just calls his bluff and says, you're not hitting the ball. I know you're going to let it go and try and fake me out, so I look stupid, but I'm going to do the reverse to you. It's dictating pace of play more often than not.
Yeah, and one pace beat against a Crew defender, and Liquid are through. That should have been game, set, and match. Will that weigh on Team Liquid's minds? Especially if Crew score, which Jorginho's going to make happen, and suddenly things get a little bit nervy in Camp Team Liquid.
Drufo pulls the string on him, everyone thinking a double tap, something towards the wall.
Oh, here's drops, he's found himself a little bit of space. Atto's chasing him in the air now, and he gets the bump as well. Atto, you are pure evil, and it might be a counter-attack too.
Oh my days.
Oh my, I'm tilted. I'm tilted for Crew right now.
Oh, imagine that.
Oh, look at them getting each other's way. That's the Atto effect achieved.
It really is. That's right. You got one up front attacking you, forcing you to bob and weave. You got one in the middle ready to just shove you back into your own half. And even if you get through all that, the shield in the back to keep everything safe. But who cares about the back line? Atto says, where's the defense?
I didn't even spot any danger. Out of nothing, he's standing up again. Atto having the time of his life in this. You still have time. You still have an opportunity But first you need the ball, and Team Liquid are not in the mood to let anyone have it except themselves. Asso's up, Asso shoots, it's wide for now, and then he follows it up, and he finishes things.
He would not be denied. Look at Oski just freezing all the defenders in a toe. Boy, oh boy, you talk about truly a complete series from Team Liquid here.
It's, and I say this as someone who's been casting them all season, one of the best performances I've seen Team Liquid put in quite some time. And when better, when it clears a path to top 8 of the World Championships. Team Liquid finish it, and they make it look comfortable.
And open up the net, but Spacestation have been beautifully playing this out of the corner, not letting it get into the middle where the follow-up can happen.
Well, LJ, for the first time, has been beaten off the backboard! There was only one place that was going to go.
And that's exactly what was expected if the ball pushes forward into open space. Zen gets the first touch. Hoxa looking for the in-and-out save.
Still attacking the goalkeeper.
Amazing, amazing recovery from Vitality. There were multiple moments in that the Spacestation had forced out an early play from Team Vitality's defense. And look at that, the touchdown. Alpha 54 finds the goal.
You had to get something, Hoxa. And unfortunately, Zen's tapped into the matrix.
Another
he knew
chance
how to...
around the corner has Zen to contend with. Redosin behind, all 3 members of Team Vitality back. Make that only 2, make that 0, and that's not in. Zen, can he get around it? Neither can Hoxa. Somebody scored, it will be LJ.
It took 3 minutes, but Space Station, once they were in the orange side of the field, were not gonna give it up. It really felt like they'd committed to even...
Early challenging, they're getting behind with the demos, so they're preventing Team Vitality from having boost in the first place or the right position to make a play.
Oh, as good as they've done. This is where it can fall down! What was it earlier on, Yummy? One mistake.
So painful. LJ jumped off the wall early thinking that that was going to be tried to scatter to make up for it. And we've seen how dangerous a 1-goal lead, an early lead, can be for Team Vitality.
And this is a sort of game now where Space Station have to answer back! Well, that didn't take long.
They got here with teamwork, and they continue their world run in Dusseldorf with an immaculate pass play. Hoxa into LJ, catching 2 players.
Go for it, do not get faked. LJ's popped the ball up, and what a crucial touch that is, because Alpha was going for the double tap.
Both these teams are all about applying
Oh my goodness.
pressure. Zen, almost a worldie. There will be a follow-up set up by Zen.
Well, you don't want to let him hit the signature. He'll be fine with it, though. Redosin, ready, willing, and in the perfect spot to spot it right down.
It's going to be an upset. It's going to have to be way more than that. 3 upsets in a row required for Space Station. North American darlings, and North America have scored the goal. Hoxa receives the pass once again. The 1-2 left, right, good night.
So good, because Redosin's got to respect both options. We know
an impressive read from LJ off the backboard.
Redosin went early. Did have Zen in support. Good communication there from Vitality, because that looked, well, dangerous. There's that. We get the shot. Alpha 54 wants a world championship. Good luck to anybody that's going to try and stop him.
You have all 3 members of Space Station. The other 2 back like they were early on the game. Space Station pushing forward. They've got the demo. They've got Arsenal. He goes himself, and they were ready.
Alpha played the ball yet again. And it is Team Vitality who have kept this ball up. Well, let's see how that one works out. LJ tries to chase it. Alpha puts the ball down. Vitality have made it to the playoffs.
Viva la Vitality! They push on through. They are major champions for a reason.
North America representing, but even just looking at the experience at the World Championship, JNaps is such a veteran. 109 games in the World Championship on land. Chronic only 6, and Nolly shutting me up here with the first goal of game 1. Gen.G out on top.
Just great placement here from Nolly as Abject just dumps that one off of the glass.
But already we're seeing demos from Gen.G defensively trying to throw G2 back and get that space back to the midfield. And it looks to be working here. That's an open opportunity, and Nolly will slot it.
Again, right place, right time for Nolly, and nobody home for G2 as JNaps caught on an island, went for the lone boost to leave it off for Chronic as well, and no pressure from G2.
And that's exactly what I'm talking about with apparently Jack. He can recognize when there's that space to mix it up. Try to be unpredictable. Throw the defense off, and Nolly! No, I didn't think Nolly would be able to get control of his car again. He looks so awkward flipping around. You see him win that right there. Immediately gets back down to the ground. Might have even got his
from JNAPS. Chronic able to read it though, as JNAPS demoed by Nolly, sent all the way back. And Gen.G gets demoed there, but they're able to finally get out, and Chronic comes in for the dunk of the century.
Massive dunk from Chronic. Atomic makes a nice play getting the demo, but then Panic clears that out.
They've been able to do it once so far in the series. Get one goal, and that one off of its mark, and a great pass from JNAPS to find Atomic waiting in the wings. And here comes Chicago, just pushes it towards net, and Atomic able to tie us up.
Great determination here from G2 to not give up. And Atomic, with the challenges, has that kick straight up off the ceiling. Honestly,
dumps that one up to JNAPS. Gets full boost himself, and the onslaught continues. Atomic keeps it alive. Awkward ball here from Chicago with the back pass to JNAPS. And apparently Jack can't catch up, and G2 get one.
Chicago with pass perfection, gets to the ball, hits it just enough to give JNAPS that space.
Of Chronic, we'll call it a back pass.
Well, I mean, it really was a back pass. Nolly has been doing that in this series and does it quite a bit. His awareness of where his teammates are is unparalleled, and Nolly continues his scoring spree on Gen.G, getting him this lead.
The onslaught for Nolly continues, showing off the mechanics, and nobody goes for him to send it into the corner. But so far, we've played 4 games, James, and they've been shut out in 3 of them.
Yeah, and again, the passing lane jump by Nolly. There's the demo. It's a team effort. But I mean, we have to be honest here. Gen.G is reading G2 like a book.
Nolly, hard work about to pay off as Nolly searching for another. And while he continues to get those goals, continues to be aggressive.
Oh, there's the bubble!
I didn't even see it! Nolly gets another one!
A great play from Chronic. He gets his flip reset, gets it past the first, bumps Chicago out of the way. Apparently Jack accepting that play.
And right now, Gen.G refusing to give up. Push this ball all the way back, and Gen.G Mobile 1 getting the job done and showing that the whole is greater than the sum of the parts.
Yeah, and you know what? One big cog in the Gen.G machine was Nolly. He was involved in 8 of the 9 goals in the series, and you know, that is just remarkable. Looking at that level of goal participation.
But they both went to game 7s. Surely this is also going the distance.
And they've absolutely had the Blue Walls number as of late. Of course, looking back to Boston, it was a complete stomping in that game 7. But of course, this is a different tournament, and it's already starting off with Itachi.
And it's so beautiful because this is the man I wanted to talk about, but we got to mention this bump play from Vatira, taking out Seiko in the backfield.
And they're really stretching the boost in. Karmine having to use a lot to clear this ball to the midfield. Quick cut down. More challenges on the one-on-one. Leave it up to a 50 game. Here comes BDS, the world champions of the MVP, into the corner. Monkey Moon sets up for the shot, and Rise letting them know across the stage.
And look at how quickly the follow-up here is for Monkey Moon. Vatira didn't know if he should rotate out, if Exotic was going to come out of the net. 2 players stagnant out of on the defensive side. K-Corp got a little bit of recovering to do.
And this is the reason that BDS brought on Rise to this roster. They wanted to get these tight situations locked up and secured. And a great shot from Monkey Moon, follow up by Rise. What a ridiculous play.
Didn't even mean to do this. Rise, I think, is rotating across at this moment. Oh my goodness, there's no way he read that. We've got good 50-50s. And touches like this from Rise to keep it to himself. Opting for a better clear so far. There are very few cracks. However, there are a couple that Karmine Corp wants to expose, and they found one here.
And you're never going to keep Vatira at bay for long. Great setup from Exotic, and the beat on the read. The pre-jump had to be precise.
Of course, leave it for Rise. I like the vision. But just going for plays like that has to exude a lot of confidence on the field. Karmine Corp, haven't seen a lot of offense, but this is the best bit we've gotten in the past 30 seconds. And Exotic hammers one home.
And Vatira has such great patience to follow up on the 50. Exotic was circling for what felt about a minute he deserves. And he's able to tie this one up.
And it's a very straightforward approach out of Exotic, but you have to hit that ball with so much power. Might have left a dent in the ball as it's rotating out. Itachi, what else does he have in store? It's a classic bump play. Vatira sends himself forward, tries to take out the goalkeeper, and leaves the rest to Itachi.
The frustration from BDS setting in. What do you do in this spot? Hope and pray that
as long as they can on this defense. So far, they've been building a fortress. Another whiff out of, I believe that was Rise. Now some questions getting brought up, and if you're missing in the midfield and giving Vati some space, he's going to embarrass you, Spaceman.
Exotic backs up, and Vati just takes it off the challenge, works through the bump. We go, chip shots and challenges as both teams vie for possession.
While we haven't seen the best out of BDS in game number 3, they've been holding so much pressure regardless of the mechanical issues. Those might start to connect later in this series, and of course they do. Seiko bounces back.
These are the infield passes we were looking for from BDS. Monkey Moon to the ceiling, through the corner, threads the needle, and drops the hammer on side.
Seiko didn't get a touch, and I got scared for a second, but I don't think Itachi had enough boost. Still looking for another opportunity, finding their way through BDS, but everybody pushed forward, and it's a transitional play for Team BDS.
You pick the pocket on the transition, you better hope you have a man back.
What is that, 50?
A quick 50 and a better read as Rise understood the assignment. Comes Exotic, and yet again, Karmine will be missing out on their efforts upfield.
I want to credit BDS. They haven't played a lot of defense, but when they do, not missing a beat whatsoever. Off the backboard, it's wide open. Rise isn't gonna miss those. BDS, another one.
It's just the midfield control here. Seiko wins a 50. It's wide open. You can't blame Karmine for pushing
BDS,
up. They're getting,
but there's still time remaining, and that third man, Seiko, got a little bit eager. That's what Casey won.
1 goal, 5 shots for the young one. The MVP of the
goes,
2022
double.
World Championship.
Oh,
to pass. Are you joking, BDS?
This is just unfair. This is too much for Seiko. I thought he was gonna go for the shot. Instead, this man is as selfless as can be, moving into the playoffs.
Defense keeps you in games, offense helps you win them. And right now, if you're Karmine, you need the latter. They have struggled, but Vatira off the kickoff. The reset dunk from Vatira. What a way to get it going.
He missed the last shot, but he's not missing this one. Vatira by himself. Flip, reset, dunk into Seiko. Big 50-50 and a clear down the other side. Rise. These guys can take shots from any angle. It's ridiculous, Spaceman. You never know when BDS are going to try and strike. Rise up early. Ties us up.
They're trying to get Karmine to bite, and this is why you push pressure through the corner. Waiting for Vatira on the challenge. Seiko just leaves it up on a serve. And Rise follows crashing into the box. BDS's defense holds strong yet again. Rotation back out for Karmine. It's still on target, but Seiko will be there. But you keep numbers up. The blue wall can absolutely stack, but a long clear. It's downfield. It got it. Seiko got it. BDS win.
Top 8 secured. KC knocked down to the lower bracket. A 4-1 landslide of a victory for BDS.